There is nothing like some warm, good soup to have with family and friends. It just fills you to your core. Soup is a wonderful blessing. Having food and drink together with family and friends is a blessing in itself. Because eating together is a sign of communion, it's a sign of friendship, it's a sign of community, a sign of being together and enjoying each other's company. Having conversations about this and that, enjoying the tasty food, nice smells, nice sights, etc., etc. Eating and drinking is such a blessing that even Jesus Christ himself would encourage inviting friends and going to friends' places to have feasts. In fact, it's been recorded in the Gospels that Jesus Christ was so friendly with all the friends that he made and visited. He enjoyed the companionship that came with feasts so much that people at the time often criticized him for being a glutton for eating and drinking so much. I know people might call me a glutton. I've got a stomach like a Doctor Who TARDIS. Jesus Christ enjoyed being with people, and he wanted to reach out to people. And one of the best methods of reaching out to friends and family alike, and the best methods of making new friends and family, is to have a feast with them. Whenever you arrange to meet up with a friend, you usually suggest go for a cup of coffee in a cafe. Whenever your family goes on a night out, you go to a restaurant. Whenever you're bold enough to go with a romantic partner, any foundation of food is usually the best place to go to. Even Disney acknowledges the power of good food in their film The Princess and the Frog. Tiana's father at the beginning of the movie says that the best thing about good food is that it brings people together. And we see that after young Tiana had made some of the best gumbo ever. And throughout the movie, friendships are formed through Tiana's cooking talents. It's how she communicates with old friends, it's how she makes new friends, it's how she formed a relationship with her partner, Prince Naveen of Meldunia. It's amazing how much food and drink can really strengthen relationships. And that's ultimately what Jesus Christ was seeking. To have the world have an intimate relationship with God, just like in the days of the Garden of Eden. I guarantee you most of you are agreeing with me right now that feasts strengthen relationships. Even if it's a small feast, even if you're feasting on crumbs, even if you're poor, you learn to count your blessings and be thankful for what food you have, and eating and feasting together creates stronger, more trusting relationships. A relationship with God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ is like that of a parent and their child, or a loving brother to a loving sister, or a husband with a wife, or a really close friendship. And eating together, as I've said time and time again, is a form of strengthening relationships. As I was being taught this at the church today, I was remembering this verse. I was reminded of Revelations chapter 3, verse 20. Revelation is where Jesus Christ is encouraging his followers to reach out to more people so that there could be more strong relationships. And in Revelations 3, verse 20, Jesus Christ had this to say: "Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with him and he with me." The greatest illustration of this verse is located in St. Paul's Cathedral. In St. Paul's Cathedral, there's a Pre-Raphelite painting created by Holman Hunt, entitled Light of the World. The painting depicts Jesus Christ next to a door covered in ivy and weeds, and knocking patiently at the door. The door leads to the heart of a person. It's the spiritual door of life, you could say. And in this picture, the person's door in that picture, it shows that that person has never invited Jesus Christ into his life. And Jesus Christ isn't going to force himself in. God gives you the freedom to choose, but Jesus Christ will not come into the door unless you invite him in. Someone pointed out that in the painting the door doesn't have a handle. Holman Hunt responded that that was intentional. The handle is on the inside of the door. It is up to the individual person to open the door to let Jesus in. And the moment you willingly allow Jesus into your life, he promises you that he will come in. Not never, not maybe, not oh I'll think about it, no. you can guarantee that if you're willing to submit to following Jesus, he will come into your heart and stay there for eternity. And when you invite Jesus into your life, he will give you the right advice for life, and spiritually speaking, you'll be feasting with him. If you want more information on this, you can investigate Nicky Gumbel, who's in charge of the Alpha course. He mentions this topic in light of how to have faith. A friend of mine in church today was so encouraged by inviting family and friends to have warm meals as a biblical lesson that today he was encouraged to just visit his daughter's house just so he can have a nice warm meal with her. I myself will be having some nice lovely soup at some point. Oh, how could you say no to that? I know this soup's going to be warmer when more people are around. Thank you for watching and God bless you all.